Mills.
The chase is on. Two men locked in a relentless struggle, fueled by adrenaline and danger. Detective David Mills, young and determined, is set on catching his target. John Doe, the elusive and calculating antagonist of Se7en, is trying to escape. He has spent years planning every twisted detail, orchestrating his crimes like a dark symphony. And now, with the police closing in, his whole sick masterpiece could fall apart. But even as his plans seem to unravel, Doe stays calm, holding on to an eerie, unshakable control over his thoughts and emotions. Slowly, as Mills's intensity pushes him forward, everything begins to flip. The hunter becomes the hunted. Doe gains the upper hand, as steady as ever. But then, something unexpected happens. He doesn't pull the trigger. Why? If you're as intrigued as we are by what's really going on here and want to explore more intense scenes like this, give the video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. We're all about dissecting those moments where movies mirror life, and life mirrors movies. The chase scene actually connects to the film's climax. We call these mirror scenes because they echo each other but raise the stakes. In the chase, Doe holds all the power and chooses to spare Mills. In the climax though, it's Mills holding the gun, with the power to decide what happens next. But unlike Doe, Mills isn't calm or detached. He's all emotion, raw, impulsive, reacting without thinking. And that changes everything. See, John Doe didn't spare Mills out of mercy. No, it was part of his game. Remember when Doe posed as a photojournalist earlier? That wasn't just a creepy, random move. It was a test. Doe was measuring Mills' self-control, or really his lack of it. Mills, being Mills, took the bait, got mad, lost his cool and chased Doe off. And right then, Mills showed Doe exactly what he needed to see. Doe saw Mills' short fuse, his impulsive streak, the perfect qualities for Doe's twisted endgame. That's why Doe didn't kill him in the chase. He needed Mills for the final, devastating act.
If you kill him, he will win.
So what does this all say about control? Both Somerset and Doe have mastered it in their own ways. They stay calm and collected, even when things spiral out of control. They see the big picture. They keep their heads when others lose theirs. They're like outsiders looking in, detached from the chaos around them. Then there's Mills. He's in it, neck deep, reacting on pure gut instinct. He's driven by what he feels is right, but he lets his emotions lead. And in the end, that's what brings him down. He loses his wife, and then he kills out of grief and revenge. He becomes exactly what Doe wanted. A man without control, driven to ruin. And isn't that like most of us? Just trying to hold on while life throws curveballs we never saw coming, rarely feeling we're in control. So, what is Se7en saying about control? For most of us, it's a fight we're bound to lose. But then there are people like Doe and Somerset who seem to have mastered it, over themselves and sometimes over others. But is that kind of control a good thing? Or does it lead you down the path to becoming someone like John Doe? And here's another question. If both Doe and Somerset have this kind of control, why are their paths so different? What separates a man who tries to protect life from one who seeks to destroy it? But before we dig into that, let's consider Mills. Do we really want to be like him? Ruled by our emotions, easy prey for someone like John Doe? If not, maybe the only option is to be more like William Somerset. Calm, in control, and able to think straight when everything's falling apart. Somerset and Doe might share a sense of control, but morally they couldn't be further apart. Se7en presents two moral paths. Somerset's world of empathy, selflessness, and a belief that people are worth saving.
Ernest Hemingway once wrote, "The world is a fine place and worth fighting for." I agree with the second part.
And Doe's world of disgust, envy, and the belief that humanity is beyond saving and needs to be punished.
Wait a minute, I thought all you did was kill innocent people.
Innocent? Is that supposed to be funny? An obese man? A disgusting man who could barely stand up? A man who, if you saw him on the street, you'd point him out to your friends so that they could join you in mocking him? A man who, if you saw him while you were eating, you wouldn't be able to finish your meal?
And here's the unsettling truth. A lot of people chasing control end up closer to John Doe than they'd like to admit. Here's what happens when the relentless search for control takes over, stripping away empathy until only envy, disgust, and loneliness remain. And that's why he's called John Doe. He's a tragic figure, an empty shell of what we could all become. He's a warning, showing us the hollow and distorted version of humanity that's left when control comes at the cost of our own compassion. Maybe it's the moral core of someone like Somerset that's the only thing standing between us and that same dark path. So, what do you think? Does the world today need more people like William Somerset, but end up producing more and more John Does? Let me know if you want a full dive into it. And if enough of you ask, we'll go there with another video. But for now, that's where we end up. See you soon.